Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Eat. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run on first down. Dillard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I got him. Mike. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Yellow. There's a lot, Eddie. Check 42. Come on. Tighten up. Pull it together. That's the worst. Hey, tell her. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Hot route. Hot. Bang. Right.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Wait. Get that quarterback, G9. Get that.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. You
Now Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try the right side with Jones. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 13. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Yellow. Watch the crowd.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Switch. Check 31. I got him.
Here's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 3. Packers nothing.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Winston now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Okay, 15. Yellow. 61. Matchbox. Right. Check.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Here we go. Hey, check.
Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
In your face. Mark 55.
Now Winston. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, black 22, 58, green 17. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long for Winston. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
We got 15. Check. Lucky. 36.
This is Jones. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Yellow.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I don't need to. 15. There's a little lady. I'm coming after you. 35's the mic. I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. They hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Yellow. There's a lot, Eddie. Hey, they scared. Hey, Ripley. Come back. Fellas, let's go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. 44, Mike, 44. Stop.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
44 to Mike. 15.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Quick dance, quick dance. Come, come. Check. Check 52. 15. Kill. Hey, rim. Check.
Jones. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit,
and Winston lost the football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second and very short, Mahomes. He finds his target. It's Evans. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Throwing, Winston. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We can wait. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Zoom. I got you, son.
And the blitz does come. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 55.
First down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
55.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Get him, boy.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
15.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. and man has got one. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Watch twins.
A give to Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Yellow. 180. Back to pass. 2 times.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Yellow. I've got 180. Pick it up. 15. Big gap. Hey, 57.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Jameis now on 1st down. He's going to sling this. He's got a man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Get ready. Spawns.
Now Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Winston trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, check those. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
I'm coming back.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards on 1st down. It's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the Buccaneers' 24-yard line.
Ready? Back, 25, behind. 55, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 2nd and 12, Winston eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Take me up. Here we go. Mike,
Winston now. And an alley to run. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is indeed good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking.
Again, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Well, the jet sweep, this is Gywu. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. The give is to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come on, boy. Wait. Don't be scared of it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Buccaneers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as